Now may the words of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of our hearts be acceptable unto you, O God, our strength and our deliverer. Amen. Be seated. A verse not in today's gospel. Actually, today's gospel reading stops about 2 verses before it. Rabbi, which means teacher, where do you stay? Come, Jesus replied, and you will see. Come, and you will see. Now, as it has been the experience of many families this week, and I guess of some families in the coming week, schools have reopened or about to reopen in other places of our country. What that means is that new experiences are about to open up. Now, at ours here, right across here, 74 East Street, Omolemo has just started in grade 1 and Rorisang grade 8. So 2 new schools in 1 household. Now, this was a big step, especially for Omolemo, who's starting in grade 1, starting real big school. Now, as his first day drew nearer and nearer, Omolemo got more and more anxious. He wondered if his friend Charlie from Crash, from the Roosevelt Extension Nursery School, or RENS in short, will be in his school or in his class. No matter how much we assured him, he was still anxious. Big school, many children, perhaps no Charlie, and my parents are going to leave me there. And so one evening, in true Omolemo style, he exclaimed, "I wish big school was not real. I wish big school was not real." That for me captured his anxiety of this new experience that's unfolding. So on the first day, as we, with many other parents, about to drop our grade 1s, at a distance, Omolemo spots Charlie, and his face just changes. He's a happy little boy. Dashed for Charlie, hugged him, and they disappeared from us and Charlie's parents, and that was it. And later on, when we met with him in the schoolyard, he said, "Well, Charlie is not in my class, but I'm happy because we've agreed that we'll have lunch every day." So in those few minutes, happiness and a covenant sealed. Charlie and Omolemo will have lunch every day. Now today we decided that we're going to have the theme as Back to School Sunday. But as we realized, it was probably not back to school for every child. For some children, it might be a going to school for the first time Sunday. How many of the children among us are starting in new schools? All together. There. And so, if it is not a going back to school Sunday, it will be a starting in a new class Sunday. How many of you are starting in a new class with a new class teacher? New class teacher, same school, new class teacher, perhaps new classmates, so quite a number of you. So this is something different for you. You've not been with these people, you've not been with these teachers, and as parents, you're going to be new teachers, perhaps new schools. Now allow me to take some liberties with today's gospel reading. Allow me to compare John the Baptist to the parents. He was like a parent who knows how hard it is to teach subjects that he was not trained to teach to his children. I'm sure all the parents know this. Children come home with homework in physics. All I've ever done is biblical studies. How am I going to help? But I'm still supposed to be a parent. And allow me to then compare John's disciples to our children, new learners, who eagerly are expecting us as this big daddy and big mommy to know everything, but we don't know it all. Now, can you imagine then when John the Baptist spots a teacher at a distance who's going to help him out with his disciples, i.e. Jesus? That's why I pulled that verse that comes a little after today's gospel reading. Parents, They're like John the Baptist. And sometimes when you try to help your children with that subject, you get fed up, partly because you don't know what you're doing, partly because they're so eager. And then somebody appears, a new school, a new teacher, who's going to share the light where otherwise there would have been darkness. And that is our experience. In new schools, meeting new learners. You might not meet your Charlie friend if you're a learner. We parents, children, do not be lied to. We parents are a bit petrified of meeting the new teachers because we are not sure what they're going to be like, but we know they're going to help. We're meeting new parents associations. So like John the Baptists, who have found their rabbis, and who are the disciples joining in. And the prayer is that this journey that we're going to take together will be a light-filled one, will be a blessed one, where we learn new things, meet new people, make new friends as we learn new things. And so allow me to go back to that story of Umulemo. Now Umulemo is happy. Counting days, right? Counting days. Umulemo is so happy. He's exploring Blagauri Primary. This is a grade 1. He just walks around looking at this huge campus. He gets lost on that campus. Didn't tell me on the day. He told me the next day. He told Mommy first. I guess it was just to test how we would react. Now Umulemo tells us that he got lost on campus. And after getting lost on campus, he ended up following some learners and ended up in the grade 3 class. And there was obviously no Charlie in the same classroom, but his desk mate was not there, David Adam. And where am I? The teacher, kind as she is in that class, said, okay, I don't think you belong to my class. You must be Umulemo, you must be in grade 1 in Miss Fisher's class. Now that gave me so much comfort. That of the rabbis, as you wish, of the teachers in that school, they know their sheep. They know where they belong. And when a little Umulemo says, Rabbi, show me where my rabbi stays, i.e., ma'am, show me where Mrs. Fisher's class is, they will take them there. And so that is how we go into this new experience, into this new experience of a new academic year with God. We go there as John the Baptist, who've run out of ideas of how to educate our children. And we find our rabbis in the teachers in the school. And our children are like those disciples. And that also is a metaphor of ourselves as Christians. Jesus Christ is our ultimate rabbi and teacher. We are like disciples. Some among us are chosen to be little John the Baptist, and we get frustrated when you ask us difficult questions, but there is a Jesus who will enlighten you. Church itself is like a school, and should you feel like you're lost in it, you will not be lost forever. Someone will find you and take you to the rabbi. Amen.